we're burnt out. Here's why. We are stressed, we have anxiety, we are unfulfilled in our jobs. In fact, 70% of all adults surveyed said they are completely unfulfilled in their jobs, in their career. So we have a real problem with burnout, and it is having some real effects on our health, our mental health, our physical health, and our emotional health. So in this episode, I'm gonna share with you why we're burnt out so that we can fix it. Let's go.
Noelle. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that, yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that, let's fix that.
So let's get right into this. We have to get out of this rut. We cannot be burnt out. What does burnout even mean, though? Because so many people are telling me, I've checked out, I'm burnt out. I literally had a close person in my life tell me they are checked out. They are just done with life. And I don't even know what that means per se, but I do understand being burnt out. I did work in a job and I understand burnout. So let's talk about that for just a second so that we're all on the same page as to what that even means and how we got here. So the term burnout actually kind of came around like during the 1950s, but it really came into like popular vernacular in the 1980s. And now today we are back at it. We are just burnt out. It comes from a book. There actually was a book written by a guy named Dr. Herbert Freudenberger. And this book is called Burnout, The High Cost of High Achievement. Here's a quick look of the book. Here is a picture of the thing. So basically, Dr. Herbert Freudenberger, I'm just going to call him the doctor, he actually just analyzed himself. He was feeling really burnt out. He had worked really hard in what he was in his career as a scientist, as a psychologist. And there were days when he said he felt like he could not get out of bed. He just felt like what he was doing served no purpose. He just felt like he was just trying to achieve. And as soon as he achieved one thing, he had to achieve another thing. And it just was unfulfilling because even when he reached the goal, they immediately would like change the goalpost. Like, you know, we do that all the time. We'll reach a goal and then we immediately add another goal. Like, okay, you won one Super Bowl, now you got to win two, now you got to win three. It's never enough in our society. So quite frankly, that is why so many people are being burnt out. But let's go a little bit deeper because it's more than just being depressed and being tired and kind of just being over it. It goes deeper. The doctor said he felt like he couldn't even feel joy. And I actually relate to some of that. I've talked to so many people and I've been at that point in my life where it just felt like nothing would make me happy because, again, this is high achievement. You just keep trying to achieve and achieve the next thing, and it's never enough, so it's never fulfilling. But in today's society, the entire society that we have, we've taken that to a whole new level, and it's gotten even worse with some of the things that are going on in today's economy. I'm going to talk to you about that. Let me share this. Burnout is really a response to all of the stress of today's society. It's almost like this is so much stress that I am now burnt out. This is mostly due to the fact that people feel like nothing I do matters or the thing that I do doesn't matter. There's no big contribution to society. I'm not changing anyone's world. I'm not even really changing my own. I'm just earning money or doing this thing to pay the bills. And it's just constant stress of doing this thing with no real joy at the end. And 37% of adults today say they feel like the job that they do, the career that they have, does not contribute anything to society. And I actually felt the same way. I literally, when I was starting to feel burnt out in my 30s, when I knew I was going to be quitting a job and I was going to become an entrepreneur and just like chase my dream, it took me a long time to get to have the courage to chase my dream, but there were some hard moments. I was working at Wells Fargo, and I'm telling you a true story. And I was like an assistant vice president. We would have these big job fairs and hire all of these people for these big projects. We got this new thing going. We're going to have all these mortgage applications. This is going to be so big. We need to have this big job hiring fair and operations. We need processors. We need underwriters. We need closers. We need all of these people to work this mortgage operations because we have these big ad campaigns and this big thing is going to happen. Well, we would do that. Maybe sometimes we will meet the goals. Sometimes we wouldn't. And then we would just lay all those people off and then the next year do it again. And it was like driving me insane thinking that I was doing something that was fulfilling. I was hiring people, giving them opportunity. They work for this great company. We got this big mandate and this thing that we're doing. And then a few months later, I'm laying off. I'm stack ranking. I'm saying this person sucks and this person's better and budgets and we didn't meet our goals. So we don't need this many people. And it just became this hamster wheel of life. And I became so just disconnected and burnt out with corporate America. I eventually left Wells Fargo and went to another company, Chase, thinking that it would be so much better. Chase was a much better company culturally. And again, this is just Noelle Randall's experience when I worked at Chase. Additionally, I was a vice president at that point, so it was a funner job, I could say. But at the same time, I ended up on that same hamster wheel with, okay, we have an audit, we do that, yay, then we get another one, yay. And it just was this cycle of audit, success, audit, success, audit, success. And it was just no end to it. It was just this thing where I realized I was not contributing. I don't feel fulfilled. My job really doesn't have a purpose. If I died tomorrow and got hit by a bus, they would just find someone else to do this. So why don't I do something that I want to do with my life? Let's talk about that. I wanted to have my own business, okay? And so if you're someone that's like me and wants your own business, use the link below to reach out to 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐬 Consulting. Those are my friends at 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐬 Consulting, and they help with business credit and business funding. They have helped many of my students establish business credit and then get business funding in their business's name. This allowed them to quit their job. This allowed them to grow a business that maybe they already had that wasn't making enough money. This allowed them to have reserves. There is so much good inside getting business credit, and more so having a business that you enjoy and having the funding that you want for your business. My friends at 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐬 Consulting, they helped me with my personal credit many years ago with a different company, but now they are really big into business credit and helping people get business funding. Use the link below. Tell them Noelle Randall sent you. They will give you a free consultation, and this will actually help you see if you have a business desire, a business idea, a business venture that you want to go after, instead of being burnt out in someone else's job that you are not fulfilled with. I'm going to get into this a little bit deeper, but if you have any inkling that you want your own business and you would rather be burnt out chasing your own dream versus someone else's, then you should definitely reach out to my friends at 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐬 Consulting. Again, it's absolutely free. Use the link below. Tell them Noelle Randall sent you, and they will give you that free consultation and help you get business credit. I've even had one student get over $100,000 in business funding with one phone call. All right, let's get back to this. So in the book, Burnout, The High Price of High Achievement by the doctor, he uses some examples and he kind of talks about being burnt out. But then there were other people that wrote and took it a little bit further, and they really started to dive into some of the jobs that we hold now that people just consider BS jobs that really don't achieve anything. People feel that they don't do anything. And a lot of times the authors and people in those books, they'll use people's jobs like actuaries, the statisticians, they use statistics to figure out probability for insurance companies. And some of those jobs are really mundane, really monotonous, really boring, and people don't feel fulfilled in them. But more importantly, in today's economy, people have jobs at Amazon and working in fulfillment centers and shipping and things like that, and they feel like that is completely unfulfilling. They feel like that is a monotonous job, and they don't feel purpose in that connection with their job. They don't feel like their life is living a purpose-filled life. And I completely get that. But there's so many of us taking gig jobs and working in Amazon or some of these bigger companies just because they're hiring and it pays the bill, but we have no affection, no affinity towards those jobs. Well, eventually, of course, you're going to get burnt out. And so, of course, what I'm saying is you probably could be making money doing the thing that you love. Noelle Randall is always going to tell you, I became a multimillionaire in real estate. I became a multimillionaire teaching about it, writing books, doing YouTube, speaking on stages, and I'm living my most fulfilled life. But I had to quit a monotonous job that I made a lot of money on in order to live this life. So you're probably going to have to give up some of that stability and take a risk, but it's nowhere near a bigger risk as you think. Would you risk $100,000 for $1 million? I would. Some people wouldn't risk it. And again, if you can't risk something and give up something for something else, you're going to have a hard time living the life that you want to live. But let's keep going because burnout is real. We live in a burnout society. There is a book actually out there called The Burnout Society by 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐬. Hopefully I'm saying that properly. You can look on the screen. You see it right here on the screen. And it's a really short book. I actually encourage you to read it. I did. Someone else told me, shout out to them. But it really is talking about how we just live in this achievement society. Like it's always just who can achieve, who can accomplish. And everyone that's a person that's successful is someone that has achieved a lot. Now I'm literally standing behind, things on my wall that talk about my achievements. And I'm telling you, there's not really much in those achievements. It's the journey. It's when you were going to do those things where you're going to have a lot of purpose. And different awards or different Grammys is not going to fulfill you, and it's not going to give you purpose. You're going to have to find purpose in the thing that you are doing, whether it's working, whether it's not working, whether it's succeeding, whether it is failing. You love it. It's what you want to do, and you find purpose in it. It wakes you up each day. The burnout society comes from staying in a job or working in a career because it's what society wanted. It's prestigious. People see status in it. Oh, people, I tell people I'm an engineer and they give me a compliment, or I say I'm an accountant and everyone's like, yes, oh, I have an MBA, and oh, yeah. Guess what? That's not purpose filled. That's not going to bring you joy. You really will get burnt out. You have to get to the place where you are doing the thing that you love, that you enjoy, because times will get hard whether you love it or whether you don't love it. So if you're doing something you love and it gets hard, you can at least keep going. If you get into these jobs where it's just used to pay the bill, you will end up on a couch just depressed. It is very easily to get burnt out doing something you never wanted to do from the beginning, and that you have no fulfillment to. There's just no purpose in it. It's repetitive. It's monotonous. It's the same day every single day. That is what I used to do. So if you are in that place, it is time to get out of it. Let's talk about it. In the book, A Burnout Society, in this achievement society that we're talking about, the author makes a good point about thinking positively. Now, mind you, Noelle is the queen of optimism. I'm always telling you, think positively, be optimistic about what you're doing. But let's talk about how that can be misused. So in many cases, when you're working a job that you don't like or you're feeling burnt out, they will point you to motivation as if doing something you don't want to do, you did not choose to do, you just kind of let happen, you can find purpose in that. Yes, absolutely you could, but it will probably be easier to find something that you have a purpose about, and then when you kind of are having those low moments, get re-energized about it, get re-energized about it, versus trying to think positively and motivated into these things that you don't want to do that just pays the bill or just to achieve that next award. We even take things that are supposed to be fun, vacations, and we use them, oh, I'm going to relax because then it's going to recharge my batteries and then I can come back and do this thing more. No, relaxation and vacation should just be about relaxation and vacation. Don't make it about achieving more. When you play a sport, if you go out and you golf, for example, I started golfing and I love golfing with my dad, but then he wants to keep scoring. He takes the fun out of it. No, you have to stop worrying about achieving in every aspect of your life. Everything is not about achievements, success, and accomplishments, okay? That's not what our lives are about. We were not put on this earth to just achieve and accomplish awards. No, we're here to live a purpose, and each of us has our own purpose that we decide. So let me tell you this. The easy solution to burnout is by choosing yourself. Once you actually pick the thing that you want to do, and it's your decision, and it can be dumb to other people. It could be something that's not going to make money, or you can't be successful is what someone tells you. That's not true. I literally have done real estate, and now I have a music label. People constantly come to me and they want to be a musician, a rapper, a writer in the music business, but they can't stand to look stupid. They can't stand the judgment of others when they only have 7 views on their video or different things like that. Well, that's because they care too much about what other people think, and they're trying to achieve, like, oh, I have to achieve, I got to get the play button from YouTube. I got to get the award from Spotify and different things like that. And that's not where it is. You love singing, or you love writing, or you love being an artist, or you love performing. So therefore, you can keep doing it. You can stay focused on it, and it's not hard for you to think positively about it because you chose it. So I'm not saying think positive. Why think positively becomes a bad thing is because we're always trying to shove positive thinking into things we don't want to do. No, have it where it's something that you chose. You made a decision. This is what you wanted to do, and now you're choosing to think positively about it. That is a way easier feat than thinking positively about some crap you did not choose. Additionally, take some time to relax. When you go on vacation, relax, contemplate, think. That is what life is about. You don't always have to be doing something. We're all burnt out because we're constantly trying to be productive. Productive for what? You're never going to get all of it done. Just do your best. When you are doing your best and being the best version of yourself, living in the purpose that you chose, life is amazing. You're a millionaire before you're ever even a millionaire that way. You don't need someone to give you an award or give you a reward or give you money in order for you to be happy. You chose this life. You're doing what you want to do, and you can think positively about it. And you now have the time to just think. You can own your own time. You can own your own business and choose your customers, choose the products you sell, choose the services you offer. And if you need help with that, you can reach out to my friends at 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐬 Consulting. They will help you get business credit. They will help you get business funding so that you can chase your purpose. You may lose, yes, but you can win. And winning is awesome if you are willing to lose. You're not going to win every single game. No one wins every single game, but you can win in life if you are willing to choose you. Stop living for other people, letting them tell you what you should be doing and trying to convince yourself and being positive about jobs that you don't hate. Then you end up depressed. Nothing brings you joy, and now you're burnt out. Don't do it. There's another option, and you can choose it. It's choosing you. So on that note of choosing you and getting out of these monotonous jobs, these repetitive jobs, these jobs that don't fill us with joy, these careers that we chose just because it sounded good or it offered us some status or it pays well, those things do not matter to you in your life. You actually can make money and become wealthy doing the thing that you love, doing the thing that's just for you, no matter what anyone thinks about it. I have 2 books that can help you out. That is my book, Pick a Horse. Okay, you can get this book along with the Manifest Journal. You can get both of these at deals.noellerandall.com. You get them for free. You just cover the shipping. My book, Pick a Horse, The Power to Choose You, is an Amazon bestseller. I've sold so many copies of it because it is an amazing way for you to learn what you want and how to stay focused on what you want and not get distracted by what other people are doing and what they have to say. Additionally, the Manifest Journal is an actual journal where you will journal in the morning and the evening, and it will help you stay focused and accomplish your goal. Again, life is not all about accomplishing different things, but if you are going to accomplish things, make it be things that you care about, things that you are committed to. Again, go to deals.noellerandall.com, get both of these books. Also, call my friends at 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐬. Consulting. Use that link below. It's absolutely free. Whether you have a business or whether you don't have a business, they can help you get business credit and business funding. If you don't have the business, they can help you establish it the right way so you can get business funding and business credit. This will help take you to the next level. This will help you have the funds that you need for your business ventures and your business ideas, not other people's ideas. So again, deals.noellerandall.com. Get both of those books. You cover the shipping, and hit that link below and get 𝐁𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐞𝐬𝐬 Consulting and give them a call. Schedule that call. It's absolutely free. Why? Because I want to make sure that you have all of the knowledge, all of the resources, and all of the tools that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.